Rockstar lifestyle might not make it. President got him in the White House naked. Look at the clock and it's here right now. Get a pound, break it down, blow it like a trowel. Turn to tell a Dutchie, wine in my tall glass. Young money, baby, big shit like a horse ass. Stacks in my backpack, shades on, hat back. Bugatti back black, let me do that. South Beach, Miami, ho, I'm probably with Tammy too. My life is a video and the women want their cameo. I just want them pantyhose and I'm higher than Geronimo. And I got them tools, tell them boys they could get mechanical. Now pop that pussy like a fofo. I turn you around and bend you over like a low blow. It's Young Money, baby.
Hello, everybody. It's the Elephant's Corner. Another week, another exciting guest. I have my Roadcaster. This is going to be my first podcast with it, so there's going to be like fun sounds, and I might be changing my voice a little bit, just trying it out, doing some fun shit on it. Look, I got this fun one right here. Look.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a little crazy. So it'll be fun, but
this week we have Jen on. A lot of people know Jen as, I guess, the Web3 event curator lady. She does great work. Basically, if you go to an event and there's a calendar, I'm pretty sure she's associated with it. So I'm excited to look into that and find out how she does that, because events and all that very interests me a lot. So, like, I know that she puts them on, so it's going to be interesting to pick her brain and learn a lot from her, from my viewpoint. So, before we do that, let's talk about the sponsors. As always, we have DirecTV sponsoring us. They have all your TV solutions, from sports, dramas, to 90,000 on-demands that you can get free. It's crazy. It basically controls your house now. If you have Android devices and stuff, you can have your whole house linked to your TV. If you're interested, you can hit this QR code right here. It brings you to my website. Just fill out a form. I'll reach out and we'll see what you qualify for in your area. So before further ado, let's bring Jen up. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. It's super hot outside. Oh, what's this?
Oh, I didn't save it. That's why. There we go.
Oh, I was like,
boom! It didn't get saved. It was from the last one. Okay, perfect. So how are you doing?
Good. It's super hot outside, so chilling inside. I got Kevin, my Aussie, with me right here.
Okay, I was gonna ask, what up, Kevin? Oh, he looks hot. He's like, don't pick me up towards the sun.
Yeah. He's
my goodness.
Yeah. He's chilling right here. So
Texas is blasting right now. I mean, I go. Literally, go take a shower. Just walk to the car and you're already sweating. It's ridiculous. You can't stay clean in this state. It's ridiculous. I want it just to cool down. I think it's going to cool down soon. I'm looking out the window like, oh, there's not a cloud in the sky. We're doomed.
Right. I'm like looking outside on my patio. I was like, all right.
So you're based in Texas as well?
Yes, I'm in Austin, Texas.
Cool. Yeah. Me and Jen met in Austin. It's a funny story. We can go to it. Well, we'll just touch on it now. So Jen walks into the party and she's just like introducing herself to these people that she already knows, and then tries to act like she doesn't know who I am. And then I was just like, oh, hi. And then my buddy who I was with told me who she was. So basically she tried to troll me with me knowing who she was. So
I walked up to him and you, pretending I didn't know either one of you, and I shook his hand. I said, "Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Jen," and he just played along with it. What good buddy of mine. And so you were like, "Oh, who are you?" "Oh, I'm just here as somebody's girlfriend. I don't know anything about crypto. Someone said it was a crypto event," and you're like, "Oh, really? Like that's cool." And got a few one-liners in, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go like steal this food. Or no, I said I was gonna go steal these people's food.
You literally said no. You walked up and you said, because I was like, you know somebody here? And you were like, no, I don't know anybody here. I'm just coming to get food. And I was like, that's a really good idea, actually. I mean, I don't hate it. I would do something like that for sure.
That's right. I totally.
and then you walked in and I was like, Ty, is that girl for real? He was like, no. So then it was funny. And then she tried to act like, she had no idea what Web3 was. So then I knew. So I went like deep into mansplaining. I mean, I mansplained the shit. Y'all would be proud of me. I mansplained the shit out of an NFT, bro. It was
It was
beautiful.
so good.
I said it
It
was
was
like
so
a
good.
golf course. I said it was like a golf course fucking membership. I was in it. I was in it.
It was great.
Great
So
time.
I'm a boomer, so before we started this, I was like had all the questions. So how do I share this to
Okay, just go to Twitter.
Twitter
Go to my Twitter.
on my desktop?
You didn't ask
here?
any of these questions.
No, I know. I totally.
And then I told you could link your account like 4 times.
I know.
So
I
it
looked on
probably,
it. And
I literally said you can link all. So like I'm streaming on
oh, okay. So
Facebook,
how do I?
Twitch, X, and YouTube right now. So you could have
Okay.
added your X account. You could add your Instagram. You can add your Facebook. You can add your YouTube if you have one. So it streams to all your channels. This is a great platform. Shout out Restream. I don't get any money from them yet, but they're a great platform. If you do this shit.
Okay, let me post this.
Yeah, let's do this mid-show. I love this. And
Okay.
you can tell she really is a boomer. Like she's dead in the rights with the freaking wired headphones, bro. She has not converted to the Apple AirPods yet. She won't do it, people. She probably has like 9 cords in her purse. Like 3 of them don't even work. I bet you 3 of them don't even work.
Yeah.
She's saving them. You never know.
Kevin's right here, just like, no, I don't think so. No, I
You
told a
never
bunch of
know.
people about it. That's the thing. Like, I'm very pen and paper because I'm in my 30s, like late 30s, we'll say now, and I'm very much pen and paper type of a girl. So I'm just like, this is
My bad.
this
I
whole
should have
thing is
sent
like,
I should have sent a letter through carrier pigeon.
I know, right?
That's
Just
my
been like,
fault.
bro, what is
You
this?
should have let me know. I would have done that for you.
I'm just trying to like,
Actually, at least 3 pigeons get murdered by my office building a week. Like I walk out and they'll just be like dead on the ground. I'm like, oh shit, another one hit the building.
on the downtown. Okay.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay. So how do these things usually work? Like, what do you want to go over? How do we say how many people are in here right now?
Right now there's 32 people watching us.
Oh my gosh, that's creepy. I can't see any of their names.
Okay. Yeah. You can't see any of their names. You can't see anything. It's just focused on you and us talking. We don't really, the audience is important. We can ask, yo, chat, what up, chat? If you're in here and you're Jen's friend and you want her to know you're in here, you can comment on the chat. And yep, there's J Ape.
Oh,
So
I
J
see it. I was like, there's no one in here. What is it? What's happening here?
Yeah, so J Ape's here. So if y'all want to like comment and let Jen know, yeah, y'all showed up to support. You can comment throughout the space, ask her questions. That's what the Q&A is for. We're obviously going to be talking about events because that's what she's a killer at. So yeah, that's what I want to talk about. So what did you do before Web3? Were you in events or were you doing something completely different?
So yeah, I was not in events at all. I got into events after I moved to Austin, actually. Was in LA and grew up in Wisconsin, and I was a hairdresser for a long time. And then in LA, I was actually a celebrity hairdresser, started a hair care line, so I was in the whole
All right,
e-commerce.
most famous person you did. Go.
Cole Sprouse is one of my
Okay.
favorites.
I watch their show all the time. Let's go. Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, bitch.
He was super nice, and I did his cover for GQ in February of 2017. Really? So yeah, he was really super nice.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. We give our flowers. Yeah. We like that. We like that. Okay, so that's enough.
Crazy. They're like, that's it. That's enough.
That is enough.
From there, I saved up enough money, bootstrapped my own hair care brand. I have a background in cosmetic chemistry. I know, very weird resume. So
no, that's cool.
Did celebrity hair.
So with the hair brand, did you like come up with the formula yourself? You had a partner that was more like the scientist type or whatever? Or well, tell me more about that because that's very interesting to me.
I found out that I have a sensitivity to silicone-based products as a hairdresser. So it's like make my skin and just everything not so great. And so in Wisconsin, one of my clients was a chemist at the university. And so I was like, I really want to kind of get into this whole biology, chemistry behind it. And so he referred me to somebody that was like a contract manufacturer. And so I worked with them for a little bit and then moved to Los Angeles to work with somebody else. And they actually like let me go in there and formulate stuff. Like it's not white label. It's not one you just pick off the shelf and you're like, I'm going to put a label on it, custom packaging. Because I was a celebrity hairdresser and my still current good friend and hairdresser organically post about us because he is Miley Cyrus's hairdresser. And he used my product.
Wait, Hannah Montana or Miley Cyrus?
Miley Cyrus.
Okay.
He still does her hair. No, he still does her hair. I go and that's who does my hair. So we're still good friends.
I noticed I've seen that hairstyle before on her. Damn. Yeah. Okay, that checks out.
Color. He does everyone's hair, but he still does mine. I fly back to LA to do it.
That's
so
cool.
One day, randomly, I started getting a lot of messages on Instagram, and I was like, "Why are we getting all these tags? Why are we getting all these things on here?" And he had used it in her hair to do a red carpet when she was married to Liam. It was like the Marvel movie he went to. So that post blew up. We hate him. I didn't ask him to do it. He just organically did it and tagged the product line, and it blew up 4 months into it. And then we got calls from Urban Outfitters, Saks Fifth Avenue. We got put in all these like big box places.
Fuck yeah.
And then COVID hit a year later.
Let's go.
So a lot of that transition with the product line led me to selling the brand. And then I actually did a hand sanitizer brand because I had excess packaging because you couldn't get anything from any of the shipping.
And hand sanitizer was gone off the shelf, son.
Oh, we front ran. So I worked with a co-founder and I front run everybody and made the product in 3 weeks because I had the bottles already were supposed to be for another like conditioning treatment. And I was like, fuck that. My business partner and I got in with under a month and we just sold it to frontline workers, like people that worked in facilities as far as shipping. So when you get like a shipping, like 3PL, all the workers that are going through all the like post office and like all that stuff. So we never sold to the general public, really, a couple here and there. That was an in-and-out business. We only had it for a couple months. That's dissolved. And then I was kind of like retired. So I was like, what the hell do I do? Moved to Austin with a partner because he got a job at a country club here.
Nice. He's a golfer?
No, he does food and beverage operations.
Oh, okay, nice.
You actually met him at the party. He was the ginger.
Oh, sweet guy. Really like him. Yeah. He's funny as hell. What golf club? You don't mind me asking now.
It's in Horseshoe Bay.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those bougie ones, and I've never been to Texas.
Yeah, you ain't moving to a golf club unless it's bougie for a golf club unless it's bougie as hell. You know what I mean? Well,
I'm from Wisconsin, and I'm like, you want to move to Texas? Yeah, I can hear my accent when I
can hear it. I know. Whenever you didn't say anything about Wisconsin whenever you met, all you said was LA. So I was like, you do not sound like a Valley girl at all. Nothing about it.
No, I've never even been to Texas before. He was looking at that job, and so the people that headhunted him were like, okay, we really want you. Like you have the job pretty much, like your credentials are through the roof. And he's like, well, I don't want to move here unless my girlfriend really likes the state. She's never been here. And so they're like, well, we'll fly her out too. And for 1 week, they showed us around. And I was like, wow, this is pretty chill. Like this is super similar to Wisconsin.
Austin is super chill. But make sure he doesn't walk around by himself during Rainy Street because he definitely falls under the people that have been getting murdered. So he's definitely in that category and will be hunted down, I would assume.
I love this. I'm gonna share this on my. Trying to do this on my Instagram still.
You're still trying to figure this out.
I'm trying to like do the stories, and it's like,
it's Kevin's true, J. It's true, J. I agree. She said we're hot in the Midwest. She knows. Jay, we love you.
I love her. She is a gangster.
She's my friend.
I feel like I haven't seen her since Consensus.
Yeah.
That's right. Art Basel and Consensus. She's always around doing fun stuff.
Okay. So you wanted to give away VIP tickets to something? Are you?
I always get VIP tickets. So a couple people. All right, I just posted on Instagram and I'm off the hook. a lot of people ask me for invites constantly. And so when I was just in Nashville for Bitcoin Nashville, it was great. And I didn't have a single client to worry about as far as production or to be there on staff. I was like just promoting. I was able to hop around. I went to like 7 events a day. And
Oh, yeah.
normally if I have a client, I get all these invites and I can't go to them. So I just like raffle them off in the group chats that I do, and Telegram, Twitter chats, and all that. So yeah, I've talked to a few people. They don't want me to tell what they're doing specifically. So I have a few options that I can do in terms of giving some away, especially for Art Basel. Singapore, I'm waiting on the confirmation of how many tickets. So I'll have to wait
Yeah.
on that one. But I've like 4 different people that are like, you can do that for ours. So
Nice,
no,
nice. Yeah, that's
good.
fun. And you usually do like giveaways, or you just like give them out to people that just ask for them? What do you do?
It depends on the relationship with the person. If there's somebody that I see that shows up quite a bit and is interactive with a lot of the community, they're a fan of who's hosting the party. They're always, if they're in my group chat and they're really helpful or like a positive person, I'll just kind of slip some here and there. Or we'll do like a Twitter space and then do like I don't know, live in the room and just be like, hey, do it like a call to action and give them away that way. But I honestly get so many. It's just fun to kind of spread the wealth because I can't use them and I don't
You're
want them to
Oprah.
go to waste. So right, it was
You're
like
Oprah, man.
you get a ticket, you get a ticket.
You get a ticket. You get a hey. Feel
And
free
then
to feel free to send me whatever tickets you have for Art Basel. I'd
You're going?
love to go. Yeah, I'm gonna go this year. I haven't. I need to go back to Miami.
It's so good,
Huh?
right? It's so good.
I miss it. I used to live there, and I miss it. I gotta go
Really?
back. Yeah.
You know, Miami is fun to visit. I don't know if I could ever live there personally. It feels like it's Las Vegas on the water. Like it's very chaotic energy, but I love like the flavor of the city. Like I'm very much into the food scene. I'm very much into the culture there. It's like its own country. Miami is definitely like
I
its
mean,
own.
personally, I think that the food is mid.
Oh,
At
really?
best. Yeah.
What you're doing? You're white as hell, so you're probably not in that spicy stuff, yeah?
Damn, I'm from South Louisiana, girl.
Oh, you're good then. Okay.
We got that,
That
girl.
crawfish,
We
that
ain't,
gumbo,
I
that
ain't
jambalaya.
Midwest. I ain't no Midwest person eating freaking rice and beans. Whatever the hell
Rice
y'all
and
eat over
beans.
there.
I'm chugging beers and eating cheese, doing beer bong
Oh yeah,
cheese fry,
cheers.
cheese sauce.
Yeah, I guess I don't
No.
have rice. Y'all have corn.
Yeah, a lot of corn-based product, a lot of like casseroles and like hot dish.
Hmm.
That's like a huge thing. Bloody Marys are big with all the shit inside of them. Those
Bloody
are
Marys are good.
yeah.
Was
Good luck
not a
trying to
fan until I started bartending, and then I became a fan. Bartending creates alcoholism. I'm pretty
I
sure.
mean, I feel like we all did it like some part of our lives though, and it was like I did it in Wisconsin. I worked at a DAV, if you know what that is. It's like disabled American veterans. And my friend's mom got me a job there because the bartender like quit randomly. Like, hey,
Nice.
do you want to fill in here? And those old dudes loved me because I would just talk them about like all their stories, and
Everything.
dude, all they would do is just drink beer and like Captain and Coke. It was like the easiest fucking job.
Yeah.
ever.
So yeah, I had my bartending job was at a dance hall where it was
Oh
like
wow.
65 plus. You know, like they're young, they're not young individuals in there. And they would get it. I mean, whenever I mean get it, I mean like you're like,
You're like, what?
if
Was
my
that so
grandma was
good?
out here, I would not want her doing this.
I would love that actually. I love old
Yeah.
people and they love me. So I just yeah.
Well, if you ever pass through Lafayette, Louisiana, you can go through Feed and Seed and get you some nice little square dance.
I've never been to Louisiana besides driving through on the way to Oxford, which is Ole Miss, for a game.
You don't have to tell me.
But everyone says good things about like obviously the bigger cities, but everyone's like, don't drive through Shreveport. And I was like, why? And they're like, yeah, you don't need to be there.
Ratchet City.
I have no idea.
I
They're just
stayed
like,
there for a week. I'll tell you this, and then we'll get back to like the events and everything. Ratchet City is so ratchet that I stayed. So my buddy lives there. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go stay with him. It was Cinco de Mayo. They had Little Boosie, Webby, and somebody else performing. Okay, we passed by it, and I looked over and I was like, it looks like cool, but it looks like people are out that haven't been out in a really long time. You know what I mean? Like this is bringing out this is bringing people
Ratchet.
out. You know what I mean? And yeah, time to find out there was 3 shootings, 4 people got stabbed, there was 7 fights.
Oh my gosh. You're like, this is cool. I'm gonna go home now.
I was like, yeah, I'm glad we didn't go, Bubba. That was probably a good decision on our part.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, it's Ratchet City. That place is ratchet.
As
Bad.
long as I go to New Orleans and get some beignets, I'm cool. It's like an 8-hour drive from us here, I think.
Yeah, something like that. I'm now going to Destin in October.
Mm.
So I might be staying in New Orleans for like a little pit stop, see my niece and nephew.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Spooky
yeah.
ghost
But,
tours.
huh?
Anyway, I said I want to go on some spooky ghost tours.
See, I've never really been on any of those.
That's why I want to, because it looks so freaky and I'd probably be like terrified, but it's like that voodoo, like witchy woman kind of like, hey, this person died in this house kind of a tour. And I guess New Orleans is known for that.
Okay, let me go ahead and break your heart. Okay. They're gonna
Like,
walk
that's
you around.
fake.
They're gonna walk you around on the street, okay? And
And
they're
then-
going to be like, this place has ghosts in it. And then they're gonna walk you to the next place. They're not gonna show you ghosts. They're
That's a
not gonna
rug.
do that shit. They're just gonna be like, a ghost has been reported here at some point in time, and yeah, it's
That
not really
sucks.
like all that. You're not gonna go fight ghosts or whatever you think is like going on in your mind.
I'm going to go walk around, see the, get the vibes.
What up, James? We got James chatting in. Welcome.
You also met him at the party.
Did I?
Locals, yeah.
Okay. Nice to meet you again, James. Thanks for coming through. Appreciate
How
that.
many people do we have in here? I wish I could see how many. people.
117 now.
Oh, I'm popular. Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
let's see
you're
who's
doing
in there.
good. You're drawing a crowd. Okay, we're 22 minutes in. We're 22 minutes in. Everybody, please follow Sheets XYZ and Jen Fassino. Did I
You
say that
got
right?
You did.
Fassino?
I was
Fassino.
wondering. I've heard all the things.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm here with somebody, and like I practiced and rehearsed your name like for like 3 minutes, and I was like trying different like ways to say it, and we are like, nah, we're pretty sure it's this. So it was a dual decision on your last name. So.
I've heard Fasano, Fasanino. I was like, get out of here.
Fasanino.
Yeah, I was like, that's
They
crazy.
threw an extra in there for you.
People are
That's
wild.
what I'm talking about.
Teacher's in here. I love it.
What up,
I'm bummed.
teacher?
I'm bummed I missed her at VCon.
Oh yeah,
I was like,
VCon was fun.
this-
Let's talk about
this
the
looks
events that happened this year.
Yes.
So we had Consensus. I went to that. We had, what was at the beginning of the year? There was something like in like January,
But hey, it's NFT NYC, ETH
Yeah, that's-
Denver, NFT
Mhm.
Paris. I think they had DevCon and they have that whole span. And then here in March, it's South by Southwest. I don't know if you did that, but yeah. That
I
whole-
did not attend
Okay.
South by Southwest. I will try to go to that next year because I do like all the indie band scenes and all that.
It was good. There was less events for like Web3 related things here, but we just kind of
Yeah.
ran around and did, a lot of the bigger like HBO and Pool Suite had the best party. I was like, holy shit. So that's fun. Like, getting all that kind of stuff, whether it's Web2 or Web3 events, like people just send me events and invites. So
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So out of all of those, which one did you go to? You've been to like a lot of them, I would assume, huh?
Yeah, a fair amount. I mean, the last big one I did was Consensus. Well, besides Consensus, Bitcoin Nashville was just like a week ago, 2 weeks ago now. Damn, there was a lot. There was NFT in LA. There was NYC. Yeah, I did a bunch of stuff this year. I'm always doing
What was
something.
your
And then
favorite, most memorable one? I
Nashville
know
was
you're
pretty.
always busy doing shit, so it's like you're
What's
not.
that?
You're always super busy, probably like coordinating and making sure everything's right, so you don't get like.
That's why Nashville was fun because I didn't have to do
Yeah,
that. I just straight up
exactly.
chilled. But Consensus, I had 7 different clients and multiple on the same day. So I was like ping pong, like hopping. promoting, running a chat, going to the conference, setting up a booth for one client at the conference, and then doing side events like
Damn,
attending and promote. It was a lot, but it was fun. It was good.
that
And then
sounds like fun.
the next one is Singapore. So that's going to be Token 49. I'm like 85% going to that. I'm talking with somebody right now to sponsor because I pay for all my own trips, believe it or not. I don't
Yeah,
get sponsored. So if you want to sponsor me, do
sponsor
it.
her. What are y'all
Yeah.
doing? This is ridiculous. She puts on everything. She didn't even have like a tip on her page, like a tip
No,
spot. I looked because I was gonna put it on the podcast.
no.
I was gonna make a QR code for it, but
Yeah. So if you know one
you
that
gotta
knows
have
someone,
one.
knows someone that wants
Because
to
it's out of our
sponsor.
kindness.
And then Marfa, if you want to go to that one, Marfa is in
Marfa?
November. Yes, that's Art Blocks. Snowfro.
Where's that?
Ooh, Marfa's like 6 hours from here. It's
Oh,
good.
it's not far.
No, it's pretty crazy. It's like a little artist town, but the Art Blocks guy, Eric, aka Snowfro, that does the squiggles and the all that stuff.
Oh, I
Yeah.
know what that is. I
Oh, I
missed
know
a lot
that.
of I missed generational wealth on that. I saw
I know.
what a
That's
time. What a time to be alive.
yeah, I rugged I was on Clubhouse and I was like,
Oh, you
"Bored
rug
it."
people?
No, I never
Right
rugged
here
anybody.
first. We're gonna
I
clip
rugged
that.
myself.
We're
I
gonna
rugged
clip
myself.
that.
I rugged my damn self because on Clubhouse, I was like, the Bored Ape Yacht Club. I was like,
Yep.
what the hell is that? No one's gonna fucking buy that. That's so dumb. All these people in the
Stupid.
rooms making bump like monkey noises and like whatever. And then
Racist.
yeah,
Remember
I didn't
that
go
whole
on.
racist thing came out? That shit was wild, bro. This
Oh, was
space
it?
has done this space has done so many 180s. It's hilarious.
Yeah, that's why I stay in my lane. I just do events. Like I talk
Yeah.
shit and troll people, and
Yep.
I do events. So yeah, and the spreadsheet. So everyone is like has access to that, which I love. So it's not
The
token gated.
spreadsheets are crazy.
I'm not the one that designed them. Snacks from Pizza Dow did that, which I don't know how his brain like does all that beautiful
Oh,
work.
so
Like
if you know
love him.
pizza. Oh no, that's
Yeah.
the Ninja Pizza people. Never mind.
Oh, I know them too, though. Trevor
Yeah.
from Pizza Ninja. Yeah, we just saw them.
Yeah,
At,
yeah. And Chris.
yeah, I love
Chris
Chris.
and me grew up in the same little small town.
Fly ride, Chris,
Chris,
Chris D.
no.
Oh, I was like, wait. Oh, you're talking about the Ordinals guy.
Yeah.
I don't know him, but I know him.
Yeah. Great guy. Great
I'm
guy.
like Kevin Bacon of Web3. I have like a 5 degrees of separation through somebody. Plus, it's so small. It's like you know someone, you've seen their name,
Yep.
their PFP, and you're like, oh, whatever. But
Exactly.
yeah.
No, but so these spreadsheets, so you got with him and made them. That was you came up with that idea, or
So he had his existing spreadsheet and I had a form of mine. And honestly, during what is it, November of 2022, I launched a project, like my own NFT project called Audie's Lodge. And the utility was going to a website. So it was token gated. So you could see like all the different events that were going on and register and do that. Well, FTX happened like the day before we launched, and everyone's like, don't do it, don't launch it. It's not going to do well. I'm like, fuck it. Everyone's going to be cool with it. They're already loving it. And it did not mint out. So the website did really well as far as what was on there in terms of events. And it was right before Art Basel. It did well, but it got to be too much to do on my own. And so talking to him, I was like, dude, we do events. We're like in the events mafia. Like, why don't we just combine forces? And so it's him and I and one other person, and we aggregate everything across the board. So if we see it, or if we use our tools to, aggregate and just put everything on there. We don't discriminate. We don't cock block anybody, gatekeep anything. It's a free service. So, and people can sponsor, they can advertise on there if they want to and have like a header and a highlight.
No, yeah, it's very using it for consensus was like amazing. I mean, literally, like I wouldn't have gotten any events if it wasn't for that spreadsheet, because like I'm kind of too lazy whenever it comes to shit like that. You know what I mean? But this made it very like, this is going to get patent one day. This will be like another thing that you sell off and then you can retire for like 6 months or whatever you do.
Yeah. I don't work much. Yeah, I definitely have an interesting career path. But yeah, it's a good service, and we've talked several times about monetizing it. But then it's like when I first started Web3 and found out about the Austin meetup that's here, and I consecutively do that now every bi-weekly, once a month. And so I couldn't imagine not having a free service or like something to kind of find and like, I don't know, like part of me feels guilty like charging people for that, but the other part of me is like, this is my fucking time and it takes me a long time to do it. So I need to get compensated for that. But then it's like, I don't know. I just love giving to the community. So
right. If y'all start sponsoring her trip, she won't feel some type of way.
Right. I've never
sponsoring a plane flight. Come on, people.
I've only had clients that have hired me to fly out to do an event that's not based in Austin. Otherwise, I've paid for every single trip, hotel, flight, food, everything. Like so now if someone's like, bro, like you do all this stuff, like you should absolutely ask for sponsorship. And I was like, I don't even know how to do that. If you want to do it, cool. Otherwise,
that's smart. That's smart.
Yeah.
Just make sure it's not a rugger.
No, I feel like I vet people pretty well and have really good relationships. So yeah.
So how many events were there for Nashville?
Oh my gosh. Did the spreadsheet for that too. I would say like over 300.
300, because that was one thing. Like we wanted to go to in consensus. Like we wanted to go to a lot of events. But they were just all at the same time, I'm just gonna make a suggestion to companies and people throwing events, like maybe team up with like another company, because like I'm not gonna be able to make it to 3 of y'all's events that are at 1 p.m. and whenever one place is serving sushi and you're only have a nacho bar, I'm probably not gonna go to the nacho bar, dog. I'm
exactly.
Like
nachos.
Right, I'm just gonna be real with you, bro. And usually whenever I get to the nacho bar, like all there are chips left and some fucking guac, because nobody knows how to make nachos, and they probably wasting half of the freaking toppings, dude.
I love that you brought this up because I did a tweet probably like a month
we're gonna touch on the
ago.
two or three tweets that you sent.
Oh, okay. I love that. I love sometimes I get a little spicy on the timeline.
I know, that's why I found them.
That's how I found him. Ooh, okay. Wait, how many people are in this space right now?
150 now. Roast them all.
Oh my gosh. I'm so fun and popular. No, but I love that you I'm such an idiot. I love that you brought that up though, because I did do a tweet that was like, can you fucking collaborate on events because of that same sentiment? Like your money goes farther. I don't want to fucking pick between going to different events. And if you're someone that doesn't host events, if you're like someone that has to go to a lot of events because you're a content creator, or if you're, a BD, like that's a huge thing as well. Like, bro, it gives you anxiety. BD, business development? A bit dev?
A bitch dev?
What is bitch dev. You're bitch dev. Biz dev.
Oh.
Get your mind right. Get out of here.
I was like, what the fuck? About biz dev?
No, because that's a big part of the Web3 thing is like you have to just meet so many people. And it's like, yes, you have to go to a lot of events, but like, let's say there's one person or like one company that you're like, I have to go here, but then like someone else recommended and your next lead of somebody that you could potentially meet that you're like, oh, so-and-so wants me to connect with them. Yep. And they're both at fucking 5 p.m. And it's like
on different sides of the fucking
yes, of course. Like completely different sides of town. So it'd be like at Art Basel, you got to go to Brickell, and then it's like South Beach, bro, at 6 p.m. You're fucking kidding me. You're kidding me.
I'm telling you right now, living in Miami is what I tell everybody. They're like, where should I stay? I'm like, do you want to enjoy the beach or do you want to enjoy Miami? Because you're not going to be able to do both.
Yep.
Like 100%. You can't do both. It's not going to happen.
No, I love this point so much because as a coordinator, number one objective is that, okay, I'm like the Kevin Bacon of this space. I talk to many people. I know who's having parties.
The second time she name dropped Kevin Bacon.
I love it.
You know him.
If no one knows who that is, fucking get out of here. Watch Footloose and call me later. No, but I hate that people just assume that their party and their brand is so popular that whatever is going on with the other big players, they're just going to fold. Like, you're not going to get the traffic. You're going to waste your fucking money on this event that you could have partnered with other people, consolidated, got the foot traffic, and you just don't listen. Yeah, you don't listen to anybody. And so part of what I do is consulting. So I'll jump on an hour-long call with someone and they'll be like, give me the details of this and that. Paid, by the way. I don't do that for free.
She does take tips though.
I do. No, but that's a huge part of like consulting with these people is that like, please combine resources because you can have a better party and you can get sushi versus the nachos. And it's like a lot of DJs in this space don't think about that. They're like, oh, I just want all the influencers to go and I'm going to go rent out a club and it's going to be great and it's going to be at 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. Fuck you. You don't get how can you connect with people for a networking event with KOLs after 10 p.m. because everyone's boozing or using or doing whatever and having a good time dancing? Like,
they don't dance at these things though. Just to point out, I went to Consensus and I went to the club. I was the only motherfucker in that club dancing. Y'all bought out a dance club. Nobody danced. The people. I mean, we were talking about this today in the space. There was a mainstream DJ, Kevin.
He's woofing over here.
Come on,
he's
Kevin.
mad. He's pissed about it too.
Calm down. Yeah. Like mainstream DJ, like fire DJ, and like nobody's dancing.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's going on? Why are we even here?
Nobody knows how to plan shit. It's so frustrating sometimes. But, you know, if you don't pay me to consult, you can go fucking figure it out. And then I'll just get spicy on the timeline. Kevin.
Yeah. Okay, now that we're getting spicy, let's continue on this track. You just mentioned the boozing. You were like, you don't need a booze. Go handle your pup. I think he's about to murder somebody.
No, I think someone's at my door. I probably just got a delivery, so. Hey, Kevin. Come here.
How many Amazon packages get dropped off at your house on the regular?
Kevin,
are you an Amazon like?
I think
you order from Amazon all the time. Like your driver sees your package and is like, God damn, this is day number 7.
Come here. Oh, it's my neighbor. I can hear him outside. I can't get up and go grab him. Anyway, no, I don't get too many. He thinks he's a tough guy, but he's like a fluffy marshmallow. So, are you done being tough now? Come on, come here, please. Come here. You're embarrassing me. Come on. No, I'm just kidding. Good thing you're cute. Okay, sorry. Anyway.
Good thing you're a
cute. Being tough. Here he is. Come here. Come here. Come being tough. Come on. All right.
Okay, so yeah, you said something about boozing. You said on the timeline, don't be drinking. Like you network way better whenever you're not drunk, which makes a lot of sense. So what initiated that?
That tweet?
Yeah, because that just didn't come from anywhere, huh?
I was being completely passive aggressive because I heard the grapevine that there was an individual at VCon that got like really sloppy drunk at a party. And I just like, I don't know, motivated me to be like, why do people do that? Because one, I go between like being sober-ish. Like I kind of pick my months. Like I can go long stints without drinking. I went sober for a year for fun with a girlfriend for like a workout competition. Like I don't need alcohol. And when you see me at an event, I usually have something in my hand. Like it's always water. I never drink. I will maybe drink on the very last night when all my obligations are done. And maybe I'll have one at the end of the night.
Fun.
But otherwise, like I don't drink. And it's really crazy to watch people at these events, like just get shit-faced because most of the events are open bar.
Free alcohol.
Yeah. So cool. You got someone to sponsor it. Cool. You flip the bill to have an open bar, which is stupid fucking expensive. I recommend people do it anyway. Like, invest in that. But like, that's a lot of your operational costs is alcohol.
Definitely. That shit is dumb.
Dude, it depends on if you have like top shelf and all whatever. Don't get into that. But like these people.
You better be buying top shelf if I'm coming up in the club, bitch.
Right. Just like, and they want shots of like.
Looking at them bottles.
And these people
judging you.
Yeah. Trust me, that's a big thing for coordinating as well. Like to have the aesthetic and the whole vibe for that too. But these fuckers, like they just go and want like what the Reposado and like the really expensive, like top tier alcohol. And they get just annihilated and do shots and just drink after drink after drink. And then it's like, you look at them and I'm like, honey, are you good? Like,
no.
Oh yeah. Let me tell you about my company. I don't give a fuck what your company does. You can talk to me in 24 hours when you're sober. And even then I already judged you. And that relationship's kind of like, oh, you're the drunk guy or you're the hammered girl. You're the one doing, trust me, I have fun. If you've ever been out with me, like we hung out, like I had a drink and I was
It was a terrible time. She bullied
it was terrible. I bullied him the whole time, and I ate.
bullied the shit out of me the whole time we
I
were
ate
around.
girl food, and I was smoking spliffs, and I don't smoke weed at all, but
Yeah.
for some reason, I was like,
You were
I
getting
love
it.
I love to have a good
Glizzies
time,
were
but, like
flying around everywhere. Glizzies are stuffed with nacho cheese. Don't get
bro,
those people.
yeah.
Just get the regular glizzies.
Oh, no, that's blasphemy, that Wisconsin no, you need the cheese ones if you're no.
The ones that are in the cheese inside of the hot dog?
Bro, I'm from Wisconsin, what do you think? That's like our fucking, like,
That's
namesake, get outta
fucking
here.
disgusting.
Anyway, just put that shit in a Bloody Mary, that's what it is, cheese
Oh,
stick, and hey, sorry, not sorry. But yeah, it's really funny to watch people get shit-faced at a party, and they're like, "Hey, look at this company that I have," and, like, "Let's talk
mm.
business." It's like, you look like a fucking idiot, like, control your liquor, and, like,
You're
they start drinking
sweaty.
it. Yes, and it's
You
like
spilled 4 drinks on your shirt. You literally had 3 different
yeah,
stains on your shirt right now.
yeah, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm somebody on the internet," and it's like, "No, you're not." Like, stop. Like, it's such a turn off, it's just yeah. So that was a spicy tweet, it was passive aggressive, I tend to
Nice.
do that sometimes because I don't ever you're
That's
never gonna
cool.
see me call anyone out on Twitter, even though I
Why?
really want to. I'm just not like that, I'll talk about it
Oh,
in
yeah, just
private.
talk about them openly, but not say their name. Makes sense. Definitely have some valid
Classy.
girl attributes.
Right. She's a little cunty, it's alright, no.
Yeah, it's
Um,
alright.
alright, so that was a spicy tweet, what else have you seen on my,
Nah, nah, I wanted to know about, basically, whenever you're planning these events and stuff, what's maybe the hardest obstacles that you come across during these events and, from, say, the starting stage with the client, finding out what they want, middle stage being, like, finding venues, planning that, and then end stage being, like, executing, on, like, the night.
I would say and if we're gonna do in those stages for preemptive, like the ideas that people have sometimes are a little ridiculous, and I'm like, that's not realistic. And so people sometimes will be like, "Oh, you're no fun. Like you could make that happen." It's like, well, you need a permit to do this, and the police will show up if you do that at this particular venue. So I'm not the fun police. That's yeah, that's a
You
necessary
cannot have
thing.
a hot air balloon inside of the
Yes.
club, okay?
Oh my
It's
God.
not gonna
Like
work.
dude, I had a client that was like, they wanted to bring like some weird, like antique, oh my gosh, what was it? Like a treasure chest thingy. And
Okay.
they wanted to stock it with like all this random stuff and like animals. They wanted like exotic animals to be there. I'm like, well,
Like
you need a
lions?
no, they wanted like a type because
Like monkeys and shit.
one was a monkey. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was something like like a fucking hyena or something crazy because someone's like, "My buddy could get one," and I was like, "You need a permit for this, like, you can't just have
A
all these things."
hyena?
Yeah, it was something just
Those are
crazy like that, and I
hermaphrodites.
was like well, because like, their brand, like, NFT thing was, like, part of that, and, like, these animal
Mm,
characters, they wanted to replicate, like I was like, "That's a fucking awful idea, like, we're not gonna do that."
terrible.
So consulting and being like, "Hey, this is crazy." My
Yeah.
other favorite thing for planning is if the people do not have a budget, they just have a little money to work with, and they wanna count on sponsors flipping the bill. That is so ridiculous. I'm like, if you don't have the money or, like, a close enough like, amount of money to do this on your own, don't fucking do it, and don't shoot for some venue that's, like, 6 figures if you're like, "Oh, well, we only have half of that, but a sponsor might cover
Yeah,
that."
then you're gonna get
I
stuck with the bill and
yeah.
you ain't having
I
your party.
No. And part of what I like to do is I'm like a glorified realtor, so I pretty much like negotiate and like get
Oh,
down to the nitty-gritty about like the excess costs because my partner does F&B and the reason we moved here is because he works very high up in food and beverage. And so
right.
working at luxury hotels and working at country clubs and those types of places, the price they give you is not the end price. It's always the base price. There's like, the gratuity that's built in that's
Oh,
20% off the
shit.
top. There's,
So much.
this fee, there's this fee. And it's like people will ask me like, hey, what's a roundabout cost for this place? And I'm like, this is the base cost. And if you want to do a liquor or food, people have no idea what it goes into like planning. So that's frustrating, like logistical things. It's like, hey, this isn't really going to work. Like they want to bring like crazy bands or talent in, and I'm like, is your venue sourced for lighting? for the audio, the
Right.
AV. Like, can you have microphones? Can you have a spotlight? Can you
They
have, is
don't
there a
think about that.
stage? How's the noise? Like, and so it's like all these details that I think about on a daily basis, people don't know. So then I get frustrated because I'm like, how do you not know like some of this stuff? And it's like, yeah.
Yeah, like not everybody can have a full band come in and set up all instruments with 4 mics
No, and that's the
for
thing,
one
like, they have
event.
these ideas. What's that?
I just said for one event. Like
Oh,
this,
yeah.
the venue's not gonna go get all that stuff. It's very expensive.
No, like, production is crazy, so that's why these people like, "Oh, I have X amount of money to work with." I'm like, "Your idea and your budget don't line up, so either we compromise and we do this, or we collaborate with another company that has money to throw in." Oh, shocker, like, let's fucking do that. It's
If
not
your
gonna
na-
happen.
if both of y'all's names are on the banner, I'm gonna look at it. If one name's on the banner, I'm gonna look at it. It doesn't really matter. Like I'm not gonna
Exactly.
think any different of a company because they teamed up with another company to throw a rager. It actually makes sense and it sounds like they know how to handle money.
But yeah,
It's
it's
actually
it's
bullish.
yeah, it's wild to me that how many in the space people in the space, like LARP as, like, business.
Hello.
Professionals, and they essentially have no business plan.
You were lagging,
Am I frozen?
but I think you're back now. You're good.
Well,
That's that Google Fi out there in
well,
Austin.
yeah. I know, in a Molten Hill country too, so
No, you're
I don't know
good. You're good.
what everyone heard and what, so yeah.
I think everybody heard everything. I kind of think I'm the one that got lost, if we're being real. Uh, but yeah, it was breaking out, so I'm trying to remember exactly where you got lost. But we'll just
Collaborate over a
yeah,
competition, have a purpose to an event, like, have strategery, like, it's a good thing to do, like, talk to who's having, you know, other events. And
yeah,
I try to be mindful of that. Like, even if people don't hire me, I can only do a couple events per conference because my
yeah,
bandwidth and my team like can only do so much. But I'm still talking to the bigger players to be like, hey, what night is your thing? I'm not going to book on this night if I do something. Or if this person's going to book, I think that your guest lists are going to be similar. I think you should split the difference and do Tuesday and you do Wednesday. You know what I mean? Like I always
yep,
try to send a text or just something like, hey, just so you know, so and so booked for this day. Um, you probably want to be there. You should have them at your event. And like, I try to do my own version of like biz dev because I feel like a lot of people that I love and respect in this space kind of ride together or they're in different
yep.
areas. And I want them to be there. I want them to meet this person or just kind of, do that. So I try to be super, super cognitive of that.
Makes sense. No, that's
Yeah.
really cool. Yeah, you seem like you care a lot about like the space and it growing in the right direction. So I really like that. And yeah, I appreciate that because that's really cool. Not everybody wants to give a shit about what's going on around here. Uh,
So I get spicy on the timeline sometimes because I'm like, why is
yeah,
it so hard? Like, just stop it. Like, go being an asshole.
yeah. I
Like,
mean, like, there's probably like another night that you could just like get drunk with the buddies,
exactly.
or do other stupid things, or you don't need a hot air balloon at your freaking at your thing. Nobody wants to ride it. Skydiving's better. Hot air balloons are scary as shit. I'll never get on one. Who
Yeah.
wants to just go and float? They don't know how to come down. Okay, they're just waiting. There's no way to guide it. There's no way to tell where you're gonna land. You're just hoping that the wind blows. You know, I'm
My
about to
my other
do that.
You're like, I don't want to do that. My other favorite one before we switch topics or whatever we're going to talk about next is that people they'll want to pitch me an idea and they'll be like, no one's ever done it before. It's going to be revolutionary. And I'm like,
Nah.
and then you listen to the idea and I'm like, are you high? Like what are you
The question is yes to that.
like, yes, they absolutely are. Who dropped you on your head as a kid? Because like this stuff, this is not, no,
I'm
it's
only
not
on my third
revolutionary.
round of ADHD medicine today, okay? And that's why I maybe came up with this idea because I'm hallucinating a little bit.
And it's like something so ridiculous, and you're just like, uh-huh. And then I'll like wait to talk
Uh-huh.
and I'll be like, fuck no. I'll be like, this absolutely no.
That's hilarious. Yeah, no, I could definitely see that because, I mean, one thing that I do like about crypto is that it's a bunch of big dreamers, bunch of people that have like big ideas and big aspirations. A lot of them are hard to execute on and stuff like that. So, you know, that's how I can see them coming out with these like massive ideas about their parties because, they want to like represent what their big ideas are in the space.
Right. And not
But it's
everything
not
needs to be on the
possible.
blockchain too.
Huh?
I said not everything needs to be on the blockchain either.
No,
Like some
no.
things are just no.
But are y'all okay? Question. So,
Yeah.
you got to sign up with an email and all this for these parties through the spreadsheet, through like Eventbrite and all that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, is somebody designing a way to like for these companies to know like where these individuals are going to their parties? Like that data, is that being used by anybody, to like maybe for future events so they can be like, okay, this person came to our event at the same time, like, and then they went to this event the next day. If we gang up with that
Mhm.
company, then we can just host one event one day and they will, allow their guests to have more time for other things. I don't know, something like that, just using all that data
So
from
there's a way to target those in like Luma. I think there's Luma,
yeah.
Partyful, Eventbrite, obviously. Kevin, don't lick your balls on camera. But I think that
Kevin,
yeah, I know,
he's
right?
rinsing off. It's okay. He's just rinsing off.
He's just, he's just on one today. Jeez.
Kevin, quit
Oh, that's
rinsing
my
off.
kid. That's
God.
that's a good one. I'm going to use that. But I think
Actually,
there's a
we use that. We literally use that to make we use that to make fun of our friend because that's the shit he says. He's like, I'm rinsing off and then I'm coming. And we're like, bro, we don't need to fucking know that you're rinsing off, doc.
we don't need a play-by-play. Let's like
Yeah.
you're like, bro, we're good. We don't need the visual of what you're doing in the shower. But I think to answer your question, I think there's a database that they use, especially with Luma, to kind of solicit you in that way because it's like similar events you'll like or events in your area. I think they'll kind of target. Um, Unfortunately for Sheets, or maybe fortunately, depending on privacy restrictions, for Sheets, we don't have the capability of saving
Mm,
data like that. But when I was launching my NFT project to do this website, the website was built. I was really working on a type of website that would be half like events, half social, like a social concept. And so
cool.
when you sign up, like you have your itinerary and it's like based on your likes and your desires and like your crew that you go with, like you can have your whole little thing. And so I didn't raise enough money to do it. So it's like
Mm.
kind of half-ass built on the back end, like paused. But a lot of people ask me about that. They're like, "Hey, would you ever offer a service that like we pay you, oh, it was that thumbs up. Look at that. I don't know how that
What
happened.
is that? I've never seen that
That's
before in my
weird.
life.
Wow, I'm such a boomer. I was like, "Those technology is thumbs up. It's
The
bad."
the camera is
Um,
refocusing for me.
no, but people always ask like if I have a service that like you paid $20 or so and it's like you give them the email and your name, whatever name you want, and it just auto signs up for you because there's a service that does that for like South by Southwest. And so for Web3, it's a
Mm,
little tricky because of all the fucking different ticketing platforms, whether they're blockchain based or it's like Luma or Partyful,
right.
what have you. It's like such a weird thing. I don't know if you can encapsulate that. I mean, we've chatted about doing some kind of version of that as a service because it's so annoying to sign up one by one by one and then it's
It was
spreadsheet
annoying.
fatigue. Yeah, so I try when I do posts or I do my individual group chats on Twitter mostly, I do Telegram sometimes, but that's why if you see the sheet of 3 to 500 events like for the total, how are you going to pick which ones to go to a day? So I usually pick like 10 to 13 events a day that range from
Mm,
breakfast time to like 2 in the morning. And it's a mix of free, paid, and like a little bit different vibe to each one. And all the picks are either people that I know, I've had relationships with, I've done multiple events with them. Like I know that the food is going to be good. I know the drinks are going to be good. It's going to be a good networking vibe. So I try to curate a couple different vibes so people don't feel like they look at this damn spreadsheet and be like, "Oh my god, it's instant anxiety. How am I
yeah.
going to navigate this? Where do I go? What to do?" So I always do group chats even if I'm crazy busy because then people can help
With the
out when
talk,
I'm
yeah.
busy and yeah, and I still give my daily picks. And so And they're not paid suggestions. They're not promotions. It's just people that
They
I
could
fuck with.
be. They
No,
could be if y'all would, sponsor some
pay
trips and
me.
shit.
Pay me to
Damn.
fucking go to Singapore. Let's go. No.
I'll point out 2 people in Singapore. You send me there.
I know, right? No, but I really give a shit about who's at what parties and just like the quality of people versus the quality. So I try to just narrow it down to 10 to 13 events a day. And I really try to have a really fair playing ground, like a gallery or like a panel, and free and paid and networking and fun
Yep.
and party and whatever. So
Yeah, I somehow just strolled up on like this fire breakfast spot. It was like a coffee shop that did like Aki bowls or Aussie bowls or whatever.
acai.
Acai bowl, acai, acai bowls. I actually made a great connection there, and I just stumbled upon it, and
Nice.
I didn't have to sign up or anything. I just walked in.
Yeah, I love that.
There was a
See,
bunch of geeks outside, so I figured it was crypto.
you spot the nerds with the
Just bring
lanyards
it.
and like the shirts that you can spot them a mile away, and it's like, oh, that's some nerds right here. Let's go talk to
Yeah,
them.
that's my people with our little lanyards walking around this city.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
them.
No, that's really cool. I think you do a lot of good for the space and help it out and get people to a lot of probably connections are made because of your spreadsheet. You know what I mean? That have like grown this space. So that's like really cool to have like your staple in the space because
Mhm.
I know that I don't know personally, but I know that like a lot of stuff came from people working on connections through your stuff. What does this say? Let's pull this up. We had a bunch of people talking. Let's talk to our
Oh,
audience.
I see creatress too. I was like, oh, is this a porno bot? What is this? Discord. I want to support each other as well in Discord.
Add me on Discord. Add Anna. People,
Her
Anna. Anna,
OnlyFans.
I'm going to send you my ETH address. Please send me 1 Ethereum and I will support. Yo, what up? Steve? Thanks for coming through, my boy. Creatress, what's up? We actually met in Consensus. We met in Consensus. I talked to you about getting on the space or getting on the podcast. So check your DMs. I did reach out about that. Would be great to have you on the space because I saw Churro.
Oh yeah.
He posted that amazing video of her doing the
The
she was
painting.
using the Apple goggles.
Oh, that was at the Blunts and
drawing.
Brunch. That was a good fucking event. That was a
Dude,
brunch one. That was
that
lit.
shit was fire, and she was creating that thing with the Apple glasses. I was like, this is wild.
Yeah. Yeah,
No,
you need to have her
that
on the
was an
show, for real.
experience. I wish I would have joined that for sure. Creatress is also going to send you some ETH, Anna. Thank you for coming through. We really appreciate you.
How many people are in this space?
Eddie, what up? Hello, Eddie. We have 182 people in here right now.
She's
Shout
more
out
popular.
to Ace. Ace has a great platform. People, if you like trading stocks and options, and he gives his crypto take as well. Great platform he's running. Flowmatics, very fun and very easy to use. Hustle, shout out to you. Thanks for coming through the space. Do we know what MEDVSA means?
Medusa.
MEDVSA.
Medusa. Is that the DJ?
Oh, that was the DJ that nobody was dancing to. Thank you.
Well,
Thank you for
Medusa was at Superstition.
Yes, that's the place.
It was packed. I couldn't even. It was like shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, but they weren't dancing behind the DJ and all that. They were just standing there taking TikToks.
Yeah, there was a lot of girls doing that. I saw that. It was
They're
fun.
taking TikTok. Like, if you go, I get it. Take your pictures, but like, if you're gonna be behind the DJ, that's a world touring DJ. You better be fucking dancing, bro.
It was so
shit.
That's
killing us.
right. Oh no,
Shout out to teacher. Teacher said she misses you.
I know. I missed her at.
Not out.
I was almost.
James. Oh yeah. We talked about James. J Ape said Miami food is mid. She agrees with me as always. J Ape always agrees with me because I am always right. Except for our battle with the barrettes and arrowheads, but that's to be continued.
Do we take audience questions or how does that work?
Yeah.
Do you do that?
Well, I asked. Please ask questions, audience, in the Q&A where everybody else is commenting. I heard elephants. What up, Eddie the Creative? I don't really know what that means, but you heard us. We here, baby. Let's see.
Let's see if we have any. Oh, it's on Twitter too. Like,
It's on Twitter. It's on YouTube. Most of these people are commenting from Twitter, it seems. One person is from Twitch. Oh, that's where Anna's from. Anna's from Twitch. She's on my Twitch account right now, asking us to join her Discord. That's sweet. Hopefully she followed me. Everybody, please go and subscribe and follow my Twitch and YouTube accounts. I would much appreciate that. It's all under Ellis the Elephant. No emoji because they're lame over there and they will not let me do that. Please follow ELE Studios as well. It's my podcast studio that's up and coming. I have 5 different podcasts coming out. One's going to be comedy. One's going to be real estate. One's going to be a true crime. One's going to be just like some girl talk, BS. And then I said comedy. And then sports would be the 5th one. So
Damn,
I'm going to have these coming out one at a time because doing all of those at once would be crazy. So if you're looking to sponsor, I know she's looking for sponsors for trips, but I'm looking for sponsors for the podcast studio. If you're interested, reach out. Would love to talk about it. Would be fun. Supposedly I'm getting some free Celsius.
oh my gosh, you're gonna just bouncing off the walls.
No, I don't drink that shit. That's for the people. You know, I gotta get. That's for the people that come through and use the podcast studio. Yeah, you come through the podcast studio, use the studio, you get drinks, you get whatever you want. You let me know what you want, I got you. Don't even worry about it. We out here, we making it family time. So just my not financial fried rice take of the day. Okay. Fuck Twitter Blue because I don't understand. I wanted to change to a SIL today, and then I went to change, and then guess what it said? You're not going to be able to live stream and shit. So guess what? I wasn't able to change it because I wouldn't have been able to do this podcast. If I would have done it, it would have screwed up everything. I'm going to probably change after this because it's like a 5-day wait period. So don't pay for this shit. Don't pay for this shit. The bots, let the sexy bots comment on your thing. You know that they're not real. They only have 0 followers. Come on, people. Don't be stupid.
Yeah, I love it. All those weird, the OnlyFans girls and those weird projects.
The OnlyFans girls.
The pooping ladies, that was a big one.
You're down, I'm gonna be honest. If you're an OnlyFans girl and you're down so bad that you're farming
comments
on Twitter on comments, you have to stop. You must be stopped. Okay, you can work.
You must be.
You can work at fucking Wendy's. You can fucking be a secretary for all I give a fuck. But you are not gonna make it as an OnlyFans girl, bro. If you are farming on fucking Twitter comments.
That's down bad. Like you need to give her an extra quarter or $1 for sure.
Fuck. Damn. That's crazy. Like that's crazy. Okay, let's see.
Ooh, funny.
Any tips for Marfa thinking about going this year?
Oh my gosh. Book your hotel room now. I have not booked mine. I need to. I stayed with a friend last year and I don't know if I'll stay with him again or someone else, but I really need to do that as well because they book up. But the town is so small. You've never been? It's such a random artist town. Like it's so
it's in Texas, like you said. You said it was close.
It's 6 hours.
6 hours from here. Oh, it is in Texas, son.
Yes. Yeah, like
that bitch is in Texas. It is. That boy.
It is.
It's so in Texas that they probably gonna build a wall by it.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty deep.
Damn. It's out by Midland.
That area. Yeah, it's
past Midland. Bruh, who's going to this? People go here?
It was so busy last year, and I had to work and do a gig that Friday. And so I drove out Saturday morning at like 3 a.m. and got there like super early for Saturday festivities. And it was fucking packed. Like Friday, Saturday, Sunday was like, yeah, tons of people.
Just to let everybody know and give you a heads up. Damn, bruh. What you doing? You just breaking stuff over there?
My bad, dude. My bad.
Nah,
I was
but
like, what's that?
there are 5 hotels in that city. It looks like there's 1 or 2 motels, but there's 5 hotels. So if you're going, that is a good tip. I would get your hotel room
I would do it
last
now.
year. They're probably
Yes.
already booked. You're probably staying in a tent, honestly, or
I
your car.
know.
So
I know. That's why I'm like,
there's
"Oh, I
not
have to-"
Airbnb, so don't even go to Airbnb and look. If there is,
There's
it's
very
cheap.
few. There's very few, but yeah.
Son
There's
of
some
a
cute
bitch.
ones.
I'm sure they're very cute. They probably got like some Adobe brick type shit out there.
Dude, they really do. It's pretty crazy. And the
Go
closest
Airbnb.
airport is El Paso, I think. So you have to fly in. So everyone that came from LA had to fly into El Paso and drive there. So this is, I'm telling you, this is in the sticks, but it's so
Oh, this is like
fun.
some freaking Joshua Tree type shit.
Yeah.
All
Yes.
right, I'm probably gonna have to drive out here. I might just stay in a tent. Say
It's
fuck
so
it.
close. It's so close for us. It's stupid for us
When
not
is
to go.
this?
I wouldn't November.
Okay, it might be cooler for that. Yeah, I might just like, I might do a little camping out there, sit underneath the stars. You know what I'm saying? Pitch a
It's
tent
fun.
in somebody's wilderness. Be one with the earth.
It's fun.
Make
I want to
some-
get a good crew this year. A ton of people already signed up to go because the dates were just released. And so, yeah, I need to make
Are we
that.
signing up to go? Is it a sign up to go thing, or is it not just a show up?
I didn't. No, I registered. Yeah, and you don't have to pay for it. I think you just go.
You
I didn't
show
pay
up,
for it.
people. I mean, it's
I
in
think.
Marfa. It's a town that has like 14 streets.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
and a water tower. That's it.
and a water tower.
Yeah.
You gotta have water out there in Texas.
What has that famous Prada store? So it's a huge artist community. It's
It
like
has
a
a
draw.
Prada store.
Yeah, so it's the really famous. If you ever see like the artist photography, it's a Prada store in the middle of the desert, and there's nothing around it. I didn't get to go see it. It was in the
Oh,
opposite direction of where I had to drive back home. I
definitely.
wanted to, but it's a little out of the way. But it's definitely a photo op, and it's if you Google like the Marfa Prada store, it's like looks like in the fucking middle of nowhere.
That checks out.
It's fun. And then immediately after that is Art Basel. So I am. Well, September is Singapore. October, there's a couple things in Amsterdam. There's a couple things. What else is going on?
They just announced a panda trip.
Jeez.
So if you want to get in, it's in the holder chat. So you got to own a panda to see the announcement and fill out the
Okay.
form. But it's a trip to a beach, and there will be mansions that are rented out, and it will be fun. So FUD my bags all you want, baby. The business hasn't stopped, and I ain't stopping.
What are you talking about? Panda party?
The Kampai Pandas,
Oh,
the
okay.
NFT that I'm a part of.
I won't be going to that.
Nah, you weren't invited, girl. You don't have.
I
to.
wasn't, but I can get in an hour if I wanted to, because I'm the Kevin Bacon of networking. Web3.
I mean,
No.
I'm not gonna disagree that you can't get in within an hour. I would give it less time. I would say you could probably get in 1 minute. I mean, I don't even think they're gonna stop you at the door. I think they're just gonna be like, all right, you're gonna be like, yeah, I know Dan in the back. Like you lied to get into that last party that you said you knew people at.
Oh, I do that all the time. I've gotten into.
Yeah.
I've been with people, and they cannot believe the shit that I say to get into places. If for some reason I don't have an invite or
Nobody
falls
knows
through,
anything.
I love
Like, the
it.
people at the front working know nothing.
I know that's the best
They're
part too.
NPCs. You can make them fry out and get into any club you want. It's very simple.
No, it's great. So like for South by Southwest, the this is some alpha. I don't know why I should be saying this out loud, but for the pool suite party, I love Pool Suite and Vacation. It's like a great sun care brand. Like they're killing it. Their marketing is like 1990s, like it's
I've seen
so
that, yeah.
fucking. Oh, I love them. Obsessed with them.
Take
And
me back
The
to whenever I was
line.
5.
Oh, I know it's such a good brand. The line was 2 hours long at the Van Zant Hotel, around the hotel. Like it was a 2-hour wait.
2 hours.
And it was insane. It was the party of the week, hands
Damn.
down. So what happened was, I know that they have an NFT, and so on their registration thing, they're like, if you have an NFT, you're automatically, VIP. Like this is for the holders.
Boom.
So I look on OpenSea, and I was like, how much is an NFT? Which I'm not going to buy one. So the people at the door, I took a screenshot of it and I was like, hey, I'm a holder. Like, how do I do this and whatever? And they're like, we have to wait in line. I was like, well, they told us online we didn't have to. I was like, gave them some whatever story. And they looked and like, oh, yeah, checks out. Good to go. And they're like, you get 4 people with you. And I was like,
Boom.
oh, I'll text my friends. And then there we go. Yeah.
There you go. She just
not
ruined that
financial
for
advice.
everybody else that was going to try to do it because they're going to walk that up next year. 'Cause I can guarantee I'm going to go try that.
How many people are listening to this?
We're at 300 now.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah, we kind of skyrocketed at one point. Once Ace
my
got in
gosh.
here and Creatress and they started commenting, it kind of blew up.
Oh, wow. So I just gave alpha to 300 people and maybe they will use it or not.
Are y'all gonna freaking tip this woman to like for helping us out and shit? Like, come on.
Oh, that's
Like
funny.
she can't be doing all this for free every day.
Oh my gosh. No, I'm such a troll when it comes to events too. Like a lot of the Web 2 events that I don't have pull at, I'll just be like, hey, I'm a journalist, whatever. These are my crew with me. I just have to go interview this one person. I'll cut the line because I'm a total asshole like that. And I'll be like, hey, we have like 2-3 more
You're
events to
from
go
LA.
to tonight. No, I'm not from there. Like I use that.
Man, you lived there
Yeah.
enough.
5 years. I mean, I've
That's
integrated a
enough
bit.
to,
My
adapt
scheming,
to the bad culture, to
My-
grasp onto the bad habits.
no, my Joanne the Scammer skills have definitely improved from moving from Wisconsin to LA though. Like it's all harmless stuff though. So
Of course.
another tip, like I'll just be like, hey, I have to interview this person. We'll have like a camera and some stuff, and I'll have like 5 or 6 people, like friends, because I usually, we travel in packs like D-Gens do. So I just go to the front and I said, hey, my registration like must have gotten, it didn't go through, but we just have to interview this one person. So I can only stay for like 30 minutes. Like we don't need VIP. We don't need this or that. Like we just need to go find this one person. Oh, hey, was curly headed fuck. Who's that?
That's a buddy that helps me out around the studio.
Get the Celsius
He's rolling
stocked up in the
He's rolling
fridge.
out. Yeah, I've been telling him. Hopefully, I get that Celsius order. But continue. I'm sorry.
So I'll just, I'm not going to make it hard for them because I'm not going to be like, oh my God, do you know who I am? Or like, I need to get in here like that. You're never going to get anywhere like that.
No.
I'm just like, hey, it'd be, if you can do me a kindness and just let us in for 30 minutes, like we can't stay. We have so-and-so event, down the street. We just have to get this content and get the hell out. And I'm like, I don't need VIP. I don't need any special treatment. Just need to get these people in to do the content and we bounce. And I would say 9 times out of 10, unless they're like a Karen or having like a bad day or you caught them at the wrong time, like they do not care. They're super generous. And usually we end up in VIP anyway, just because like, it's just, I don't know. And then
we know why
so.
you end up in VIP. It's okay.
I
mean, you can say
it's
it.
like Web 2 events. So I don't ever need VIP. It's like I just want to go in and hang with people. But that's a helpful tip. It's like when I did Art Basel last year, I did the Rug Radio House, and it was a massive, massive home. Like it was on Pine Tree Drive, 40,000 square foot property, like a fucking villa. Like I'm talking like
Pine Tree Drive,
10 bedrooms. DJ Khaled lives down the street. It's one of those.
Oh,
like,
I know where that is. Yeah, it's kind of like Coconut Grove area.
Yeah, so it's like yeah. So anyway, like the house is a magnificent home. It has like a really long driveway, and so like for security reasons, we had to have people go on this side. We couldn't open the main door, which is a massive gate, and so they would come up the driveway, and you had to register. So I was on Twitter being like, if you want to come in here, you have to be a holder of the NFT. You have to register. You have to be this, or you have to be on like the super secret list, which is like the hosts and the friends of the host, which it's like everyone knows who they are anyway. They have a wristband, whatever. But people would come waltzing up this driveway, and as I had to walk around the entire home and check on everything from food, music, lighting, I was also helping security and like checking people in. And you wouldn't believe the people with the audacity to be like, oh my God, I'm like so-and-so and I have this and I have that. And I said, I don't give a fuck. Get out of this house. Like, go. And everyone was just like, you're being so mean. I was like,
you're like the high school mom kicking out all the fucking kids after you get home from your movie date, bro.
I live for it because if you treat me with respect, like one woman came up and she was like the neighbor. And she's like, well, I want to be in here because I know the neighbor. And okay, so fucking get this. This is a crazy fucking story. She comes up and she was being such a little twat with her boyfriend. And she's like, I live down the street and I know who lives here and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't care. This is a private part. Like she was doing one of those, like,
Nice.
Oh
A
no,
little
you didn't,
hip-hop.
Karen. And I was like,
Sounds like
that's
she's
my
in
favorite
Miami.
type. That's my favorite type because as a celebrity hairdresser, I don't give in. I don't enable that shitty behavior. If anything, it like makes me drive it in more to be like, fuck you. You're not going to get anything from me. And this woman was like just talking all the shit to the hosts who were super sweet. My other person that I was working with and the security and me.
All
And
the nice
they were like,
people.
what's that?
All the nice people just doing their job.
Yeah, and it was like it's not that difficult. If you don't have the invite to register, you don't have any business being here. I don't care if you're sucking the guy's dick or you're dating him or I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're the property manager, girlfriend's cousin. I don't care who the fuck you are,
I mean, if
whatever.
you're sucking his dick and you didn't make it on the list,
I know that you get a whole bunch of problems.
sucking his dick,
That's a security issue. Be like, man, you got to go.
Yeah,
No, so
you gotta
this
go. Yeah, you're welcome.
this fucking twat waffle just she was so bad. You like that? she was so rude. And I was like, I don't care. And I started doing this like the clap, like, I don't care who you are, you gotta go. And then she started cussing me out. And I was like, does that make you feel better? I'm like, do you feel a type of way? Like, cool. This woman went to her back to her house because she's the neighbor and got a fucking paddleboard on the water because it's right across from the Eden Rock. And this bitch jumped on the paddleboard and went around to the dock. And she got up to the dock and everyone's like, where is this woman coming from? And the security had to get her the fuck. I was like, this is insane.
I hope y'all made her carry her paddleboard all the way through the party.
It was
and then kick her out. That should have been hilarious.
Oh, it was so crazy. And like, I didn't know what was happening at first. And I was like, wait a minute. And then people were telling me that we're by the pool. They were like, this woman just came up out of the water. And I was like, you're lying. And sure as shit, it was her. And I was just like, oh my God. But some of these other DJs and people that are in the space are like, well, did you see my Twitter? Yeah, I know who you are. So you're letting me in. I know the host. I was like, no.
He liked my post last year and gave me a fucking retweet. Yeah, we're best friends.
I love being here. People.
We're friends in Discord. We message once.
I know, right? I'll work with somebody if they're nice and they have like a story. Like usually, like I'm pretty forgiving and I'm pretty like, okay, well, if you do this and that, like we'll see. Or if they're nice, but if you give me any attitude, or if you're like, I know so and so, I'm their friend, or I have this, or I have followers, I'm immediately, I don't care who the fuck you are. You could be fucking Diplo, and if you're a cunt to me, I don't care. Like, go. Like, I've dealt with celebrities.
The nicest person.
I've never met him personally, but a lot of people I know from LA worked with him, and he's just everywhere. So it's one of those things where like, oh, I'm so and so. I'm like, I literally don't care. If you're an asshole, I don't care. Like,
yeah.
Bye. So that's my one thing. That's when I'm the fun police.
If you see her at the door, you know how to approach her. And if you approach her in a negative way and you get kicked out and you don't get let in, that's on you, boo-boo.
You're on the no-fly list. I'm pretty chill, but I do take like the security and the safety and just like the host, because it's like if you're hiring me to do a big job like that, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna crack down on that.
We're gonna do it right.
Yeah, and I don't have I don't care if people think I'm lame for doing that. Like if I'm if you're the person I turn down, like if you tweet about me or like, oh, she's a bitch because this and that, like go ahead, just whatever makes you feel better. Like it doesn't bother me, because it's like just follow the rules and be nice. Like I'm from fucking Wisconsin. Like I'm chill. Like very few things make me mad,
bro. Like
yeah, but like
they
the
don't know
overstepping.
but to be nice.
I mean, I'll be spicy, but like, yeah, overstepping the boundaries like that, or just like I pay so much attention to details of an event. And so it's like, I love quality, and I'm a Libra. So aesthetic is very important to me. And so I'm just like, everything has to be just
Libra
so.
gang.
Yeah. So it's like, wait, when's your birthday?
September 23rd.
Al, you're one of those. You're September 1. You're on the cusp.
I am a cuss. I'm Virgo or a Libra, but I just think I'm more Libra because I'm balanced and I'm not a fucking dirty cunt.
I'm not a dirty cunt. Virgos are great though too, because Virgos are like the analytical brain.
Yeah, that's
Libras
not me.
No, we're very right brain, like very social and
like I literally will hire somebody to do math for me, and it can be like 2 + 2, like for real.
That's
my last career. I was doing trigonometry, but it's like a
Mm.
different trigonometry than like other trigonometry because it's surveying. So there's azimuths and
Oh,
bearings. So
no.
like, yeah, it's very difficult. So I was doing that, and then I realized how much I hated math, and I realized, oh my God, this whole career is math. So
You're
I
like, this
left.
is yeah, I that is not my strong suit. I mean, I like
No,
spreadsheets and all that, obviously, but like, yeah, math and
that's different.
yeah, I'm not do that, but
Okay.
yeah,
Well, we're at an hour and 20.
yeah.
We just hit 400 people in this space.
Are you serious? Who are these
I'm
people? I can't even
serious.
be
People just
creepy.
interested in seeing what the hell we got to say, I guess.
I want to know who's listening because then I can be like, oh hey,
I
you came from
cannot get
Twitter
you
or
a
from
list.
Instagram,
I will not be able to get you a list. I'm sorry.
so
Uh,
you can see the names.
no, I cannot get you a list.
Ah,
I can't see the names. I can only see the people
you
that
can see it.
commented. Uh,
Oh, okay.
But yeah, this, as always, this space is sponsored by DirecTV. That's my company, ELE Social Marketing. Right here, you can go to this QR code and go to our website, fill out a form, and we'll see what you qualify for in the area. We do internet solutions as well. We don't care what company you go with. We're more of a broker, so we just look at what's the best in your area and for the best price. I don't care if you go with Spectrum, AT&T, or whoever. I don't care about any of those companies. All I care about is selling the best internet for the best price. Jen, you want to plug anything before we get out of here?
I mean, my events company Gather. That's like it's just me. I have an events
You got a
company. So
Twitter?
I do. I haven't posted in a while. I feel like I really need to be better about that.
Because I did
That's
not even see, like, I found the sheets, but I did not find Gathered anywhere.
I think I
Gathered?
Gather. Well, I'm trying to redo my website, so I think that's probably why I took it off of Twitter. I mean, I have a Twitter with like 500 followers on it, and I post on there occasionally. But
Oh, you do Magic the Gathering?
Magic the Gathering. No, no, my company's Gather with a
I'm
3.
playing, man.
Magic the Gathering. I mean,
That
that's where you roll the
was the
dice,
first
right?
thing that came up
That's
whenever
where
I
you like
said,
you shake the dice, and you're like, "Hey, I'm a
yeah,
wizard,"
that's
and
when we
like
do this. That's when we shake the dice, bro.
that's
Yeah,
a
we're gonna
shake.
clip
Fuck
that.
that.
Somebody clip
Just
that
shake. I'll
shit
just
right
shake.
there. Somebody
That's how
clip that shit. We all saw that shit.
you better not. God damn it.
We
That's why I'm
all
so
saw
popular.
it.
Everyone likes me, and then God damn it. No, but I'm
That's
a
like
wizard.
I was watching this show
Oh
and they were
man.
like, you do this too much. You do this too much whenever you're like giving a speech. You know what I mean? It's like always doing this right here. And they're like, you're doing like the dick hold. That's not powerful.
They're like, "That's this," and you're like, "No, don't clip that." Damn it, the internet is so crazy for trolls too. Like, so I love hate Twitter because I'm like, some
Oh
asshole's gonna do
yeah.
that and just be like, "Jen
Bro,
Fassino was
somebody
on here
clip
with
that
that."
shit. That was minute
Um,
121, like 50 area.
I'm dead. No, so
No, I'm kidding.
I'm updating the website because honestly, most of what I do is through word of mouth, and so I've never needed a website or business
Mhm.
cards or like anything. Which in any other business world, people would be like, "That's 101, and like you need that." But I don't even have like a logo. I don't even have anything. It's just
Yeah.
I have an LLC, and that's my like it's a legitimate business. I just don't have the socials and yeah, I have an email on it. But
Well,
honestly,
if
it's
you like
all
my logo, which
where's
is
your
in the top
logo?
right corner of the screen. I don't know if you can see
Oh,
it.
this one. Oh yeah, I was like the QR
I
code.
made
I was
that
like.
one, and then I made another logo for the ELE Studios with the mics. So if you give me a concept, I'll whip you up a couple and send them over.
See, we'll trade services. I'll get you into an event and you draw me a logo.
I want to DJ at events. You already know this. So you give me one gig and I'll call it even.
I am always looking for people to like
I have my
hire
own equipment and everything.
and subcontract. So like that's great. I'm always looking for photographers, videographers. Just be like normal though, because like yeah, there's a lot of people that are like, hey, I take they're like, I take pictures. I'm a videographer, and then it's like you look at their work or lack of, and I'm like, oh, you don't do that. But yeah, I'm always looking to hire stuff. I usually post on Twitter, but yeah, I would just plug that. So our Basel is getting pretty full. Like I only have a few more spots to work with people. And so if you have a legitimate budget and you have kind of an idea of what you want to do, that's not like some random crazy like hot air balloon ride over Miami, like I'm in. I'll always chat with you and do a discovery call. But even if I'm not able to help, I can do consulting calls. Yeah, logistics, anything like that. I don't need to be on premises to do an event. So
If you're looking to do
You're a roadcaster. You're like, whoa.
Hey, if you're looking to do like an outdoor event as a company in Miami, kayaking's always cool there. They got like really cool lakes and bays and stuff like that that are close to everything. Yeah, that's a good one. Or just fucking throw a beach party. Like, quit being idiots. Go
Quit
throw a
being
beach
idiots.
party and get lit.
I'm gonna
Throw a couple
totally
of flags
rent
out there.
a big yacht and just like drive around in a circle.
Yeah, let me rent a yacht. Why?
A lot of people want to do that, and I'm like, that's if the yacht is parked, that can be different because you can get off. But if you're doing one of those sail fucking activations, if someone's like, we're gonna go on a yacht cruise, yachts are fun, they're bougie, they're great photo ops, but your ass is stuck on there for hours. You are not gonna get from the dock to another event seamlessly at all. So if you're listening and you want to host an event on a yacht, don't fucking drive the thing around if you want your guests to like, I don't know, have them come and go and have to take pictures.
Well, and you would probably have more guests come and go and see your stuff because you're not locking it down to a small
Exactly.
percent of individuals that make it on time for your departure because the
No
yacht
one's on
captain,
time.
the yacht captain ain't waiting, dog.
No,
They
thank
don't
you.
care about your guest list.
No, they don't give two shits in a
They
rat's
care
ass.
about we gonna set sail at this time and we're gonna come back at this time.
I love that you said that, but yeah, that's strategic and collab. Like I
Like,
love
a lot
partnering
of people love me, you know, like they
Yeah, I
just
love
love
it.
me. They love what I say. I don't know.
It's good. I'm into it. I mean, you hit on good points. You hit about the collaboration on events, the yacht. They're like you know the landscape, and that's
Yeah.
more than the average bear. So I appreciate that because most people are just like they don't get simple
Ma'am, I'm an
concepts like
elephant,
that.
not a bear. I don't know if you know this, but I'm an elephant.
I love it. Yeah.
There is nothing bear about me. If anything, I'm a bull. Let's go,
Bull market
baby. Send me
vibes.
fire.
I'm dead. All right.
Hell yeah. All
Well,
right,
if no
people.
one has
Hang
any
on. I wanna
questions, we'll get out of here because I can't even see who's in here. So bye.
Okay, everybody. We're gonna break it down on this little track. You ready? Thank you for coming to the Elephant's Corner. Check us out next week. We're gonna have Van Ho. She's a amazing Web3 gamer. She's really fun. I watched a bunch of her streams. It was fun. So I'm looking forward to talking to her. Jen came. Amazing space with Jen. I knew it was gonna be good because whenever we met, it was just like we just had a good time. So I'm glad you came on, Jen. And thank you everybody else. We had 450 people show up, watch the show. Appreciate
That's
it.
wild.